There is a brief and precious threshold that exists in the early hours of the morning. It is that quiet sanctuary between rest and activity, right before the noise of the world gathers, before digital screens demand your focus, and before life calls for your energy. In this untouched window, you hold a fundamental choice. You can permit the momentum of external life to dictate your inner state, or you can establish stillness before taking a single step into the day. Most people awaken and immediately surrender their mind to habit. They reach out for their devices, carry unresolved yesterday into today's clean slate, and begin rushing before their feet touch the ground. In doing so, they overlook a simple reality. The very first voice you encounter each morning is your own. In ancient Buddhist understanding, the morning is far more than a routine sequence. It is a doorway. It is an opportunity to clear your awareness, anchor yourself in the truth of existence, and set a peaceful compass for the hours ahead. The thoughts you cultivate in these quiet initial moments determine your energy, and that energy quietly guides how you navigate every interaction. If you desire an unshakable mind, begin your morning with these 5 essential reflections. First, I am here, I am alive, this moment is enough. The heart of Buddhist mindfulness rests upon a single, undeniable reality. The present moment is the only place where life actually occurs. Yesterday has faded into memory beyond the reach of alteration. Tomorrow remains an unformed projection, impossible to inhabit today. What you truly hold is this immediate breath, this living body, and this exact point in time. When you open your eyes each morning, pause before engaging with the outer world. Feel the weight of your body resting supported where you are. Observe the subtle rhythm of air entering and leaving your lungs. Place your hand gently upon your chest and recognize the profound gift of another day. By telling yourself, I am here and this moment is sufficient, you quiet the tendency of the mind to race forward into future concerns or linger on past mistakes. You acknowledge that you do not need to resolve every complexity of your life before the morning unfolds. You simply need to be fully present for the moment in front of you. Suffering often thrives in the illusion of time, but peace exists exclusively in the present. Second, nothing outside of me can disturb my peace unless I grant it passage. A foundational insight of the Buddhist tradition is that true tranquility is not achieved by rearranging external circumstances. It is cultivated by mastering your internal orientation. The world will continuously bring unexpected events, difficult temperaments, disrupted plans, and unpredictable noise. Yet peace is not the total absence of external turmoil. It is the presence of internal composure within that turmoil. When friction arises during your day, remember that external events possess no inherent capability to destroy your inner equilibrium. They only affect your peace if you offer your consent through emotional reactivity. The space between an event occurring and your personal response is where your complete freedom resides. By reminding yourself each morning that your peace belongs entirely to you, you establish a resilient shelter within your mind. You transition from reacting out of emotional impulse to responding with deliberate clarity. You realize that while you cannot govern how the world unfolds around you, you remain the steady custodian of your own mind. Third, I will speak to myself with kindness, not judgment. Throughout your waking life, the continuous dialogue taking place within your own thoughts is the most influential voice you will ever hear. Yet for many, this internal stream is harsh, critical, and demanding. We replay minor errors, fixate on perceived shortcomings, and hold ourselves to impractical standards. In Buddhist philosophy, compassion is fundamentally incomplete if it does not encompass yourself. Inner gentleness is not a sign of weakness. It is the foundation of mental strength. As your day begins, make a conscious decision to extend to yourself the same patience you would offer to a valued friend navigating life's complexities. When you encounter an error or feel overwhelmed, pay attention to the quality of your internal commentary. Replace sharp self-criticism with patient understanding. Recognize that being human inherently includes imperfection, and that genuine transformation arises through awareness rather than condemnation. When your internal world becomes a quiet sanctuary, external pressure loses its power to disrupt you. Fourth, everything required for my peace is already within me. A primary cause of human disquiet is the lingering belief that we are incomplete as we are. We are repeatedly conditioned to look outward for fulfillment, believing that contentment will arrive once a specific milestone is reached, recognition is earned, or external circumstances settle into place. Buddhist wisdom offers a deeply reassuring perspective. Your essential nature is already whole. Picture a bright light obscured by a thin coating of dust. The lamp's ability to illuminate has never been reduced. Its radiance is simply covered by accumulated debris. In the same way, your capacity for wisdom, calm, and clarity is never absent. It is merely hidden under layers of worry and continuous striving. When you anchor yourself in the understanding that you already possess the inner resources required to meet life, the constant urge for external validation dissolves. You cease grasping for external assurances to feel secure and begin drawing from your own inherent quiet strength. You discover that you are not constructing peace from nothing. You are uncovering what was always present. Fifth, let me be a cause of peace in the world today. The ultimate aim of inner refinement is not merely personal comfort, but becoming a steady, healing presence for the world around you. Your internal state is never entirely isolated. The energy you carry subtly impacts your home, your workplace, and every individual you meet. When you start your morning with the intention to be an instrument of calm, your worldview changes entirely. You move through your day asking not what you can acquire from life, but what quality of presence you can bring to it. A calm response, a patient pause during conflict, or simply listening without judgment can soften the tension in any environment. By silently wishing well-being upon those you cross paths with, you nurture a heart oriented toward understanding rather than friction. You become an active participant in creating the very peace you wish to see in the world. Transforming your mental landscape is not an overnight event. It takes place gradually, through steady, intentional moments of awareness. You may not carry these reflections flawlessly every hour, and old patterns of anxiety or haste may occasionally return. When they do, simply pause, take a deep breath, and return to your center with complete gentleness. Tomorrow morning, before the momentum of the day takes hold, step into the quiet. Breathe deeply, ground your mind, and remember who you choose to be. Yet so often, the internal voice you live with is rigid, demanding, and relentless. In Buddhist teachings, self-compassion is not a luxury. It is as essential to your spiritual balance as offering kindness to others. When you establish your morning with the conscious intention to treat yourself with patience rather than judgment, you plant a quiet seed that transforms the entire landscape of your mind. Consider what happens when you wake up and instantly begin replaying yesterday's missteps. You analyze every awkward conversation, dwell on missed opportunities, and wish you had handled challenges differently. That constant stream of self-criticism places an invisible weight upon your heart, quietly draining your peace before your day has even truly begun. Instead of falling into that habit, pause, take a deep, slow breath and gently place your hand over your chest. Feel the natural rise and fall of your breathing. Acknowledge without shame that you are human, navigating a complex world with natural human imperfections. Then offer yourself this simple reminder: I will meet myself today with kindness, not judgment. This is not a meaningless phrase. It is a profound shift in how you relate to your inner life. When you make a mistake, whether you lose your patience, fall behind on a task, or experience an unexplainable wave of anxiety, your default reaction might be to berate yourself. But the path of mindfulness teaches that an error is simply an opportunity to learn, not a reason to condemn your own worth. By speaking to yourself as you would to someone you deeply care about, You create space for genuine growth. You learn to say, yes, I fell short here, but I can learn from it, and I remain worthy of love and respect. That quiet gentleness converts fear into understanding and obstacles into lessons. Notice throughout your day when subtle self-judgment creeps in. The moment you catch a thought telling you that you are not enough or that you shouldn't feel a certain way, take a conscious breath and gently replace it with a kinder truth. I am doing my best, and it is okay to feel uncertain right now. Over time, this quiet practice reconfigures your mental habits, quieting the inner critic and making you resilient against external pressure. You can deepen this by adding a brief morning visualization. After setting your intention of kindness, close your eyes for a single quiet minute. Picture a soft, warm light originating at the center of your heart, gently expanding outward to fill your entire body with every inhale. Remember that compassion must take root at home first. If you cannot offer gentleness to yourself, offering it authentically to others becomes nearly impossible. Every time you choose self-kindness over self-criticism, you declare that your value does not depend on flawless execution, but is inherently present in every breath you take. This brings us to another foundational realization in Buddhist wisdom. Everything you need for true peace already lives within you. Genuine fulfillment is never found by chasing external circumstances, whether through accumulating wealth, seeking approval, or clinging to temporary pleasures. Rather, it is discovered by uncovering the innate clarity, resilience, and compassion that already reside in your mind. When you begin your day with the quiet truth that you are already complete, you establish a life rooted in self-trust and enduring calm. Many people awaken with a persistent feeling of lack, a subtle anxiety in the pit of the stomach about not having enough money, not achieving enough success, or not being well liked. That sense of insufficiency becomes an exhausting daily companion if it goes unquestioned. But Buddhist philosophy teaches that this emptiness is an illusion generated by craving and attachment. In truth, your spirit is not hollow. Courage, wisdom, creativity, and stillness are already present within you. Your only task is to turn your awareness inward and acknowledge them. To understand this clearly, picture a classic lantern whose glass has been covered over time by a layer of fine dust. The lamp's capacity to illuminate has never been reduced. Its flame is not weaker simply because the dust blocks the light. In the exact same way, your inner strength and clarity are always fully present, even when habits of doubt or external clutter have obscured them. When you remind yourself each morning that everything you need is already within you, you begin to wipe away those accumulated layers of worry, comparison, and unreasonable expectations. You grant yourself permission to trust that your light is already shining beneath the noise. Practically, you can connect with this reservoir by setting aside just a few minutes of quiet sitting each morning. Rest your hands gently on your lap, close your eyes, and take several deep, conscious breaths. As you inhale, feel your body awakening. As you exhale, intentionally release the urge to look outside yourself for validation. Remind your mind softly, I do not need to please everyone today. I do not need external approval to validate my worth. Everything essential, my strength, my stillness, my clarity, lives right here within this breath. You do not need validation from likes, comments, or external praise to confirm your worth. Remind yourself gently that every ounce of strength, clarity, and compassion you will ever need already exists within this exact breath. Consider for a moment the qualities you most admire in others, their quiet kindness, their courage in difficulty, their creativity, or their patient understanding. Know that these very qualities are not foreign to you. They reside within your own heart, even during moments when habits of self-doubt have temporarily hidden them from view. When you encounter a challenge today, resist the immediate impulse to look frantically outward for answers or reassurance. Pause first. Say softly to yourself, I already possess the inner wisdom needed to navigate this moment. You can draw upon your past experiences, your quiet intuition, and your innate ability to remain calm under pressure. This does not mean refusing help when it is genuinely required. Rather, It means checking your internal reservoir first before assuming you are empty. A practical way to anchor this realization is to keep a small journal by your bedside. Each morning, take a single minute to write one sentence acknowledging an internal strength you possess. You might write, "I am patient enough to listen deeply today." Or, "I am resourceful enough to find a path forward." Or, "I am compassionate enough to forgive myself and others." By consistently identifying these inner qualities, you re-educate your mind to recognize its own abundance. Over time, you begin to see that external rewards, praise, material comfort, and social status are simply bonuses rather than necessities for your happiness. In Buddhist philosophy, realizing your innate wholeness is the direct key to ending suffering. The moment you accept that you already have what you need, you break the endless, exhausting loop of craving. Craving for more achievements, craving for constant attention, craving for material possessions. This continuous thirst is the true root of internal stress and quiet dissatisfaction. You break this cycle by recognizing that sufficiency is found within. When you truly believe this, your relationship with the world undergoes a complete transformation. Instead of grasping, you begin to give. Instead of constantly wanting, you freely share. And in that act of sharing, your own sense of inner richness only deepens. Be exceptionally gentle with yourself along this path. If you wake up on a particular morning still feeling an underlying sense of lack or anxiety, remember that mindfulness does not demand instant perfection. Offer yourself grace and say, "I am learning." Even the conscious awareness of your feeling of lack is a meaningful step toward awakening. Take a slow, deep breath and declare once more, "Everything I need is already within me." This repetition is not merely a memorized phrase. It is an open invitation to rewrite the deep-seated beliefs you have carried for years. With steady practice, you will discover that your inner center is far richer than you ever imagined. You will move through your day knowing that no matter what unfolds around you, whether favorable or unfavorable, your core remains whole, serving as an unshakable source of tranquility. This brings us to the fifth essential reflection. Let me be a cause of peace in the world today. In Buddhist teachings, the highest spiritual goal is not merely finding personal comfort, but becoming a living expression of peace that quietly uplifts everyone and everything around you. When you awaken and set the quiet intention to be an instrument of calm, you make a profound commitment. You choose not only to guard your own mind, but to actively carry serenity into the lives of others. This simple intention transforms every daily interaction, from a brief glance with a stranger on the street to a difficult conversation with a loved one, into an opportunity to cultivate peace. Imagine moving through your morning fully aware that every word you utter, every action you perform, and every thought you hold carries energy that either spreads peace or creates tension. If you rush a family member with an impatient voice, the anxiety you carry ripples into their day. If you respond to a coworker's mistake with irritation, you add momentum to a cycle of stress. But what if you choose a different path? What if you move through each hour with steady, mindful presence? What if you offer a warm, genuine smile to a stranger, answer difficult questions with a soft tone, and choose quiet patience instead of harsh words? This is precisely how you become a living source of peace in a turbulent world. To embody this each morning, sit quietly for a few moments right after waking. Notice your body settling and feel the gentle, reassuring rhythm of your heartbeat and breath. As your mind naturally begins filling with the tasks and demands of the day ahead, gently anchor yourself with this single thought. Let me be a source of peace today. Picture your heart as a quiet, radiant lantern emitting a warm, steady light into the world. Allow your inner light to shine softly upon the world around you. Even when your day brings unexpected traffic, tight deadlines, or challenging conversations, visualize your inner calm easing surrounding tension and radiating peaceful energy wherever you go. Take a quiet moment for genuine gratitude. Consider 3 simple blessings in your immediate environment: the warmth of your bed in the morning, the refreshing taste of clean water, or the gentle sound of birds outside your window. Recognizing these unpretentious gifts deepens your quiet sense of peace and reminds you that life's most basic elements, breath, warmth, and sunlight, are already in complete harmony. This harmony is not confined to you alone, it naturally extends outward. Every individual you encounter receives a portion of that stillness. Throughout your day, engage in what Buddhist teachings call loving-kindness meditation. When you meet someone, whether a familiar face or a stranger on the street, pause briefly as you make eye contact or pass by. Wish them silently from your heart. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you live in peace. These are not empty words. Each time you extend this silent goodwill, you touch the shared humanity within both yourself and the other person. You remember that everyone, without exception, seeks safety, happiness, and peace just as you do. This quiet practice steadily re-educates your mind to perceive others through compassion rather than judgment. When irritation arises, perhaps an urgent message demands immediate attention or a cue moves too slowly, take one full, conscious breath instead of reacting with frustration. Return to your morning intention and ask yourself, how can I respond with calm instead of adding tension? Sometimes the answer is as simple as offering a gentle smile and closing your eyes for 3 slow counts. Other times, it means speaking up with clarity and respect without elevating your voice. When peace becomes your natural orientation, even difficult situations become opportunities to embody composure. You can also live this intention by choosing actions that ease burdens rather than add to them. If a friend or colleague is distressed, listen deeply without interrupting, judging, or rushing to fix the problem. Your quiet, attentive presence is often far more valuable than any advice. If you notice a small opportunity to help, whether picking up litter or assisting someone struggling with a heavy load, step in gently. These quiet acts of kindness ripple outward, proving that compassion is always worth sharing. As evening arrives and your day draws to a close, reflect upon the moments when you brought peace into the world, as well as the moments when you struggled to do so. Hold both in a space of total gentleness, reminding yourself softly, tomorrow, I will continue to cultivate calm. In Buddhist philosophy, this reflection builds both self-awareness and genuine connection, reminding you that your internal state constantly shapes your environment. When you close your eyes each night, revisit the 5 sacred truths you have practiced. I am here, I am alive. This moment is enough. Nothing outside of me can disturb my peace unless I grant it passage. I will treat myself with kindness, not judgment. Everything required for my peace is already within me. Let me be a cause of peace today. These statements are not mere phrases to recite. They are milestones on the path of inner awakening. Each time you return to presence, you anchor yourself in life's greatest gift, this immediate breath. Every time you choose composure over outer chaos, you step away from reactive living and align with mindfulness. By offering yourself gentleness, you create a supportive mental space, and by recognizing your innate abundance, you loosen the grip of craving and doubt. Remember that inner transformation takes place gradually, like the steady blooming of a lotus. You will not master these practices in a single day, nor will you awaken overnight into flawless balance. But every time you return to these reminders, you clear away a little more of the mental clutter holding you back. Whenever you notice your mind wandering back into old habits, impatience in traffic, self-doubt at work, or frustration during a conflict, pause, place a hand over your chest and breathe. Remind yourself of these simple truths. Every return to awareness resets your direction, steadily turning these morning words into living intentions that guide your life.